Hi, I'm Robert Goulet, and welcome to I've Got a Secret.
I've Got a Secret, brought to you tonight by Goulet, the fun drink which makes 2 full quarts of pure, wholesome refreshment for the entire family. Now, from New York, here is I've Got a Secret, starring Garry Moore.
Thank you. Good evening. Good evening to you on this beautiful, balmy, spring-like night in New York with the scent of flowers wafting through the streets of New York. That'll be the day. Before we go any further, let's meet the night-blooming species of our panel. First, there is our non-shrinking violet, Mr. Bill Cullen, and our golden daffodil, Miss Betsy Palmer. And Henry, be back to you in a minute. And next, our long-stemmed American beauty rose, Miss Bess Myerson.
Come on, Doctor.
No, it's just that I was running out of stuff here. According to my notes, you have a choice of being a snapdragon or a crabgrass. And I didn't want to hang either one of those on you. Nice to see you.
I think I'm a...
I think he's a blueberry.
He's a bachelor's button.
I'm a...
Well, at any rate, that is our panel. You all set to play the game?
Yes.
Yes, we
Well,
are.
let's meet our first fascinating contestant, then. Will you open the first? Will you tell our panel, please, what your name is, sir, and where you are from?
My name is Dr. Lee Davenport, and I'm from New York.
Dr. Davenport. Now, Dr. Davenport's a rather interesting and intricate bit of equipment you have lined up here. What are you going to do with it?
I'm going to put my hand right here, Gary.
Put your hand right there. What will that do?
That is my secret.
All right, then, you whisper your secret to me, and we'll find out what's going to happen when he puts his hand right there. Here we go, Dr. Davenport. Oh! Well, that'll make CBS happy. Want to come join me? Come join me at the desk, Doctor. And panel, as you already know, the clue concerns something that will happen. We'll start the game, please, with Betsy Palmer.
Dr. Davenport, does this have to do with telephones? Because there are little pictures of it saying general system and there's a telephone on it.
This has something to do with the telephone of the future, perhaps.
Of the future. Is there a beam that's being projected and sent right along the line that your hand will pass through?
I'm afraid I have to answer yes to that one.
It has something to do more than with auditory things than with...
Who is this girl?
Well, what is this auditory
I'm trying
thing?
to be very down to earth today now. Has it to do with hearing then instead of seeing or sensing?
No, I wouldn't say that it had to do more with hearing than with seeing.
$20 down, $60 to go. We go, please, to Henry Morgan. All she said was auditory, Henry.
Boy.
I could have said visual, too, but I didn't see.
I'm glad you saved me a word. Doctor, when you interrupt the beam with your hand, I wish I were as smart as Betsy. Do you interrupt a ray that bounces? No, interrupt. Do you do anything with the heat of your hand?
With the heat?
The heat of your hand.
No, the heat of my hand has nothing to do with it.
Then, is this ray... Oh, is it connected with... is it anything to do with laser?
I'm afraid he has a clue here.
Ah, that's that highly concentrated beam that will be used in future to carry thousands of phone messages, television, radio.
At one time, yes. It's a laser spelled
a hole in his hand.
L-A-S-E-R.
Well, then, if you put your hand in front of this concentrated beam, will it harm you?
Not in the slightest.
We've lost $40, but we have 40 to go. And how about you, Bess Myerson?
I haven't a clue. Dr. Davenport, though, will we see something happen?
Yes, you will see something happen.
Will it be, will it do the work of a camera?
No, it's not intended in any way to
Will a
replace
picture,
the camera.
Will we see a picture? Will we see something? Oh!
Good morning, Betsy.
I didn't do a thing.
$60 gone, $20 to go. We go, please, to Bill Cullen.
These are the same light rays they say can transmit a signal or a beam to the moon or something like that? The
Similar, yes.
light amplifier. Are these rays going to pass through your hand?
No, not through.
That would be fun. I guess I better defer to Betsy because she...
All right, Betsy seems to think she
Yes,
has
yes.
something. Yes, Betsy.
Well, only because Dr. Davenport said it was the phone of the future, maybe. And where we will be seeing the person that we're talking to? Does this have to do with it?
I think Betsy missed it.
You missed it by
I
a
think
mile.
Betsy missed it.
You mean, will the effect be visual rather than auditory?
I got it.
No, both. You
All
talk and
right.
see.
You put your... It's a phone of the future, and we need another century of progress. You put your hand in there, and you get a wrong number.
Oh.
There you go. Good morning, Lorna. Good morning, Lorna.
Well, Dr. Davenport is a scientist with General Telephone and Electronics, and he is president of its research unit. And the contraption over there is something that we've all read and heard a lot about. It is a gas laser system, laser spelled L-A-S-E-R, which was developed by General Telephone. Now, we'll go upstage here, Dr. Davenport, and make a demonstration. Excuse me. Sure. But before we do that, sir, would it be possible for you to explain in layman's terms to the audience what a laser is? We've played around with the idea, but to be more explicit.
Well, lasers rank with vacuum tubes and transistors as one of the significant scientific developments of this century of ours. Ordinary light bulbs, as you know, spray out their light in all directions, and a laser, as was correctly pointed out by our astute panel, shoots a very, very narrow pencil-like beam of light in a single direction. This permits conversations, perhaps, over very long distances.
Well, now, what is it hooked up to do now?
Well, right now, the television picture, which most of our viewers are watching, is transmitted from cameras in this studio through this light beam from here to here, and thence over the radio stations to their homes.
All right, now, right this minute, for the first time in history, a network television signal is being carried over a beam of light. The light beam is operating right now, and I think you'll be able to see it. If we lower the lights, please, Frank, and I'll just puff a little smoke up, and you will see a brilliant scarlet beam going from here to here. It should show in the smoke. See, you can trace it all the way across.
Now, that little narrow beam is the one that could carry 100,000 telephone messages all at the same time, or 160 television programs all at once.
Well, now, here is its practical application tonight, the way they have it hooked up. By the way, tell us about that moon thing last year, because that to me is fascinating.
Well, some time ago, a pulsed laser, a type that we'll show you a little later, was used to beam a light ray at the moon. In fact, that beam of light was so bright that by the time it reached the moon, one could read a newspaper by it on the surface of the moon.
Had you been sitting on the moon, which I didn't happen to be at the moon.
We doubt.
Now, here is the demonstration. We've showed you that the beam goes from here to here. When Dr. Davenport puts his hand in so as to intercept or interrupt that beam, your television picture all over the United States, every television set in the country that's tuned to CBS, your picture will disappear. You'll still hear our voices, but you will not see the picture. So let's give a demonstration of that, Dr. Davenport. You want to give us a little countdown?
All right. 3, 2, 1, 0.
And there you go. The picture's gone. Now let us devoutly pray that when he removes his hand, the picture comes back. So
Cross your fingers now.
Here we go.
3, 2, 1, 0.
And there's your picture again. Can I try it?
Of course you can try it. Go ahead.
What happens if you kind of wiggle your fingers?
Try wiggling your fingers.
All right. Well. Oh, it confuses the picture beautifully. Oh, that's great. All right, now let's go over and look at this other laser, the kind that you were talking about that shoots not a steady beam, but shoots its impulses.
I do want to say one thing about this. This is many, many years in the future, Garry, before this will be practical for telephone use. The other kind of laser, the one over here, let's go over and take a look at that.
You go. I want to do this just once more. It's in the power, you know. All right. Now, this laser here, as you say, instead of giving a continued light, gives one sharp impulse, right?
This is the kind that pulses, and the light beam from this laser emerges from that little nozzle right there and traverses from here over to that card. Now, if we put a piece of metal or something in the way, it is so powerful that it'll burn a hole through the piece of metal.
Now, here we have a piece of metal, right here. And on the back of this little demonstration contraption, there is a balloon. So, when I push this button on signal, the laser light will not only burn a hole in the metal, it'll burst the balloon, But because the rays are not focused, when it gets here not concentrated, it'll do nothing to the cardboard.
Actually, this all happened so fast that about all we'll see is the bursting of the balloon, I think, Gary.
1/1000th of a second.
1/1000th of a second
So
or
don't
less.
don't blink. And here we go. I'll give you a countdown. 3, 2, 1, fire. All right, the balloon, as you can see, disappeared. Now we'll turn the metal around. I'll take this little rod just as a demonstration and break it through there, and it'll show you. It made a hole right through the metal. Dr. Davenport, we are most grateful to you, sir. We are grateful also to General Telephone for bringing us this extraordinary experiment.
I've enjoyed it. Thank you, Gary.
Thank you very much. Say, do you know how to throw a party for a nickel? Well, you just stir up a pitcher of Goulet, the wholesome family drink from General Foods. Sound like fun? Well, it is. You watch.
Hear the tinkle of the ice in the drink that tastes so nice. Kool-Aid. Kool-Aid, Kool-Aid, tastes great. Kool-Aid, Kool-Aid, why wait? So here's to Kool-Aid, everyone. Kool-Aid. A 5-cent package does the trick. Make 2 quarts of Kool-Aid quick.
Kool-Aid Instant Soft Drink Mix.
Now, may we have our next contestant, please? Will you come in, young gentlemen? There you are. Now, will you tell our panel what your name is and where you're from?
My name is Andrew Roberts, and I'm from Flushing, New York.
Here's Andrew Roberts, and he is from Flushing, New York. And, Andy, if you'll whisper your secret to me, we'll show it at the same time to our audience at home. Here we go. Panel, the clue to Andrew Roberts' secret concerns something that happened to him recently, and we'll start the game with Betsy, please.
All right. Andrew, did this happen to you outside rather than inside an enclosure?
Were you outdoors or indoors?
Outdoors.
You're outdoors. Did it happen in Flushing, New York?
No.
Did it happen on land?
Yes.
All of it on land?
Yes.
Did it happen in the United States?
Yes.
$20 down, $60 to go, and we go from Betsy to Henry, please.
Andrew, if I do find out where it happened, will that help me?
Right.
Yes.
Was it in New York State?
No.
Was it in the eastern part of the country?
Yes.
Was it in the north? You want to spend a couple of hours with this? Was it in New England, say? Lower New England, upper middle states area?
Well,
Maryland,
to save time, we'll say it was what I believe are referred to as the Middle Atlantic, one of the Middle Atlantic locales.
Well, that clears it up pretty good.
$40 down, $40 to go. We go, please, to Bess.
Well, Andrew, let me just take a chance at Washington. Did it happen in Washington?
Yes.
Washington, D.C. Did it have anything to do with the president?
Yes.
It did. I'm as surprised as you are, Henry.
Don't all 12-year-old boys bum around with presidents? I always thought that.
Did we read about it in the newspaper?
Yes.
Was it an award you received? Did the president give you a commendation of some kind?
Yes.
Oh, yes.
I don't know. I don't know what, though.
You don't know what it is? All right, we'll go. Well, let's go to Bill, and then Henry, I'll check back with you. Bill, have you got any ideas?
Might as well go to Henry, Gary. I'm blank on this. Was it a heroism award?
Yes.
Yes. This is one of the proudest 12-year-old boys in the country, and rightfully so. He just returned from Washington, where President Kennedy gave him a medal for bravery. And in deference to this young man's modesty, which is quite real, I'll tell you what he did to deserve the AAA Lifesaver Medal Award from the president. Last January, while on duty as a school safety patrol monitor, Andrew pulled 2 little kindergarten children from the path of a car, and he did it twice. What happened was that he spotted a car that had gotten out of control and was headed right for these little kids. So he rushed to their rescue and got them out of the car's path. The car then hit a truck, changed its direction, started charging down the kids again, and at double jeopardy, he went in and again pulled these young people out of the way. Here is the very proud moment when Andrew received his medal for heroism. And Andrew, what did Mr. Kennedy say to you?
Well, he said, I hope you have a nice time. Did you see all the sights?
Talking about your trip to Washington.
Yes.
Well, he was kind of chatty with you, huh?
Yes.
Well, you've already proved that you have a mind that works very fast. What did you say to the president?
Well, I was too excited at the time.
You didn't say anything. You just sat there and grinned at him, huh?
Yes.
Well, I don't blame you. I feel the same way. Please accept our congratulations along with those of the president and everyone else. You're a fine young man. We're proud to have had you. Now, here's our dream whip girl, Sally Ardrey, who has a delicious dessert suggestion.
Thank you, Gary. Yes, and it couldn't be easier. Strawberry parfait a la Dream Whip always comes out looking luscious, tasting dreamy, pleasing everybody. Here's all you have to do. Get out your parfait glasses. Any glass will do, really. Now whip up Dream Whip dessert topping mix according to directions on the box. Just look at those beautiful peaks. That's why your parfait will look so marvelous. Layer a spoonful of Dream Whip into each glass. Follow with strawberries. Then more Dream Whip. Go ahead, it's only 14 calories per tablespoon serving. Now, isn't that the most elegant dessert? You can fix it ahead of time, too. Dream Whip keeps its fluffy goodness. Never wilts, never separates. And it tastes so fresh. Dream Whip has the freshest flavor ever whipped.
Now it's time to meet and indeed a very special guest. You folks here in New York will have the happy opportunity of seeing him starting Friday night at the Town Country Club when he opens there. And then this summer, you people out there will be able to see him in a cross-country tour starting in July. So, all right, ladies, settle back. I give you two of the most exciting words in show business today, Robert Goulet. Sounds like you got a couple of friends or something out there. Look, first of all, I want to show you Bob's new album, not just because it's a fine album, which naturally it is, because it has to do with what he's going to do on the show tonight. And do I understand, Bob, correctly, that if an American singer makes a popular album and it's a hit, then he's asked to record it in foreign languages?
Yes, sometimes he is, yes.
For sale abroad, even though you don't know the language?
That's right.
Doesn't that present some kind of difficulties?
It does. Would you like to look at some of the lyrics on this card back here? You look at that, Gary.
You mean this is a popular...
This is a popular American song in Portuguese lyrics. That is, in the Portuguese language.
Ah, I see.
Yes. You know what it is?
Sei dia... I don't know Portuguese. Sei dia te exercise...
Might as well be spring.
Point
Might as well be spring.
Oh, I got it. Su carivado.
That's very
That
good.
means I got 10% less cavities since I started.
Oh, you've been working on that one.
No, what is it?
It's a song. That's what I meant to say. It's a song. It's called If Ever I Would Leave You.
Seems to me I've heard you sing it. Yeah. Oh, would you try just for laughs with Norman Paris? Just try
What key are we in, Norman? Good. I'll try it just for laughs.
All right.
Se dia te deixasse nascerá na primavera, pois na primavera sou cativado por ti. Nunca na primavera, outono, inverno, verão, não, nunca poderia te deixar.
That's a pretty fair country try. If you think he's having trouble with it, with a language he doesn't understand, panel, we got something for you, too.
Take that one off.
This is for whom?
This is for Betsy. We have a bit of a problem for her. This is in the Spanish language, and written in Spanish, and you must look at it, Betsy, and tell us what is the name of the song.
Let's see. Primera vez would be one time, first time, and something mujer woman. The light. The still night.
A popular
Noche
American
Clara.
song.
Yes.
It's a lead bath.
One clear night, the first time, something right away to the
That's
woman.
an American song. It's got a long title.
And let's see, and I'll be constant only in some other, I'll always be true to you in my fashion or some other time.
Always true to you in my fashion?
No, please, that's
All
not
right,
it.
Norman, play that, and you sing these. I'll always true to
wait
you.
a minute, but I don't know how the words go to always true to you in my
you
fashion.
sing these words.
I forgot how the melody goes. Oh, all right.
Here we go.
Where are you? Una noche clara por prima vez descubrí de pronto un sueño de mujer desde la vida. Piano la vida cantante. Otra vez una noche clara vez.
Always true to you in my fashion. Tell her what the title is.
The title happens to be Some Enchanted Evening.
Let me hear you sing this to the tune of One and Son.
Some Enchanted Evening.
Una
noche clara por primera vez descubrí de pronto un sueño. How does mujer get into Some Enchanted Evening?
All right, let's forget it.
Next one is for Bess, and this is written in the Swedish language.
It is.
Lots of luck.
My goodness. That's really a foreign language. I have no idea. Is there day up there someplace in the first line?
Day?
Funny you should say that. You know.
It isn't.
No.
My mother, is it a Mother's Day song? Is Mutter mother?
No, that's motel.
I thought maybe Mother was doing...
He parked his jag in front of the motel.
A mean polka.
That's motel, and this is a room in the motel.
Right. And somebody got burned and needed some Ungentine.
Let me read the English lyrics to the lines, all right? And maybe you can tell the song.
This is the literal translation.
The literal translation in English from these words. On some nice day, I'm going to meet a boy they call Willie. He'll get a ring, but after that, nothing, because my heart belongs to Billy.
My Bill.
No.
That's my Bill. No, all right.
That was mine. Oh, I don't even know the melody.
And Bunker Dog.
Yes. Un Pochka, Dom Kalapur, Willie. No, we're all off.
What is it, Bob?
It's called My Heart Belongs to Daddy.
Oh, Daddy.
Apparently there's no word in there, you see. In Swedish it means the same thing as our daddy does.
And Billy is Daddy?
Well,
no,
you know,
Billy is Billy and Willie is Willie, but the rest
But Daddy
none of
is
the twain
Daddy.
shall meet, you know.
Who's this for?
This is for Billy. Bill. And this is in Dutch.
Ja, gaat die West te zien.
Jack Forrest.
Weerplaats vrolijk springen.
Yes. Gampar.
That means it's on another network. It's hand in hand on its lente in Vlaam. Well, there you are.
We sing in the spring.
The best I could get out of it was when you get here, Jean Par, Jace hand in hand, Dan is de lente in Lent. Jack Parr, hand in hand, went with Dan and spent Lent in Thailand.
I don't know what it is, but I like your lyrics better. I can't even get a thought. Will you give me a literal translation, Bob?
Literal translation in English, all right?
Yeah.
It says here, when the little birds are singing, when Easter bunnies are springing around, and when the young lovers are strolling hand in hand, then spring is in the country.
So the title of this song then, it might as well be Spring?
No.
No. Spring is busting out all over?
No.
Springtime in the Rockies?
No.
Let's go down to the
Springtime in the Rockies. Let me hear you sing this to the tune of Springtime in the Rockies.
Whatever you're playing, Norman, come down a key. Gott die Leister singen de Pass, als vrolijk springen gaan. Partjes hand in hand, dan is de lente in plan. Gott die Leister singen.
Very good. You're right. Bill?
The real title, Bill, is Easter Parade.
Oh, for heaven's sake.
Easter Parade. We don't have time to sing it because we want to get to Henry's
Yes,
before we
yes,
run out of time.
Okay,
Henry?
Henry, in German.
What can that be? What can that be? I see the world in sunshine. I hear the singing. I hear the singing. That means
And the
it's
ringing of the bell,
ringing.
my darling.
Yes. So what is that?
Happy days. Happy days are here again.
I can translate it, but I don't know what it means.
How about it, Bob? What is the title? Because I want to hear Henry sing this.
That
in
makes it
German.
spring.
Title is Making Whoopee.
Oh, I see.
Making whoopee.
Yeah.
All right, I'll tell you sing Making Whoopee.
Was kann das sein? Was kann das sein? Ich seh die Welt im Sonnenschein. Ich höre es singen, ich höre es klingen. Das macht der Frühling. You're finished.
We're doing Friday night. You know.
Good luck at the Town and Country Friday night. I
Thank
know
you
the
very
folks
much.
are anxious to see you all over the country. Bob
Thank you,
Goulet.
Gary. Good night.
We'll be back with you again right after this important message.
This is going to tickle you pink. Now you can build the new, softer hairstyles with a new spray, new Red Label Adorn, the first hairspray with the exclusive holding formula made to let you style by feathering. Watch. Brush lightly, a few hairs at a time. Spray with Red Label Adorn and smooth. No teasing necessary, because now the holding power you need is in the spray, not in the teasing. You can feather for fullness wherever you need it, and when you spray with Red Label Adorn, that fullness will stay. Now, smooth into shape. Feathered hairstyles are newer, softer looking, because there's no snarling underneath. Get Red Label Adorn, the new hairspray with the exclusive holding formula made to let you style by feathering. You'll be tickled pink with new Red Label Adorn. Try it.
Now, Henry was so good on singing whoopee in German that he's going to lead all of the panel. We have the complete words, and we have words for you folks in the studio audience. Everybody sing together. Remember, this may mean a limited engagement at Lowe's, Berlin. East Berlin, that is. All right, Henry, Norm, let's go.
Oh, I'm going to leave.
Was kann es sein? Ich sei die Welt im Sonnenschein. Ich höre es singen.
Miss Piper is down by Cameo.
Fräulein, das macht der Fräulein. Obernacht, ja Obernacht, ist lauter Glück in ihrer Nacht. Ich möchte tanzen, ich möchte springen, das macht der Fräulein.
Das macht the Fräulein. We'll see you next week.
Hear the tinkle of the ice in the drink that tastes so nice. Cool, cool, Kool-Aid. Kool-Aid, Kool-Aid, tastes great. Kool-Aid, Kool-Aid, why wait?
I've Got a Secret has been brought to you tonight by another fine product of General Foods, Kool-Aid, the fun drink which makes 2 full quarts of pure, wholesome refreshment for the entire family. General Telephone and Electronics Corporation participated financially in the preceding program. This is John Cannon speaking.
Oh, it's fun, isn't it? And who subscribes to it?
Go on, push the button. Think of the fun you could have on the tube.
The tube?
YouTube. Tube.
TV tubes.
That's a lot of fun, isn't it?
It's going to be a lot more fun if you keep going the way you're going.
Go on, push the button.
Please subscribe.
I hope they're watching.